This will be quick. Do you think another Real Housewife of Potomac, past or present, will catch a case?
Oh God! I mean, the way that it's looking, I would venture to say yes. Like Potomac or any housewife.
Or any housewife is probably a given, but hopefully not Potomac. I don't want another crab cake locked up.
I don't want any more Black women to go to jail. Like,
we don't.
Well.
Oh wait.
You know, I would make an exception.
You have an asterisk,
yes,
okay.
and with an asterisk, yes. No Black women on Potomac can go to jail with an asterisk, and you can do that math on your own time.
Pure and unadulterated. Every week we got you waiting. Candiace and Michael.
Hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, I'm still in my Christmas outfit because I'm not letting go of Christmas, okay? I'm holding on like a hangry, hungry Christmas hoe. Like I refuse to let her go. So I'm giving you all Christmas.
Christmas. You know what, Mariah Christmas hoe. Mariah Carey is probably still number one, so you're fine. And honestly, until the Three Kings go see Jesus, it's Christmas. Shout out to
Christmas.
Mama.
Yes, I love this sweater. This was actually my ugly sweater for my Christmas party like years ago. And it's still like one of my favorite sweaters. And I was like, I'm going to put this on today because I'm not ready for Christmas to be over. And then I was like, well, I might as well just throw on a hat because this goes with the sweater. So here we are, you know.
This is the last day of the year. This is Aaron. So 2025 is over. Yes. I don't know about you, but by 2025, I'm fine.
I'm going to give that to you. Yes, you can get the hell up out of here. Like, I'm going to help you pack. Let's go.
I went into this year hoping for the best, but you know what? We made it. I survived. But as I tell everybody, LA caught on fire in the first week of 2025. So that just kind of set the bar for the year. Hopefully, we all won't be on fire in 2026. But you know what? I'm actually looking forward to the year anyway. Like I'm looking forward to 2026.
Like, what are you most looking forward to?
Like I know people hate New Year's resolutions. Well, some people hate New Year's resolutions, but generally speaking, I don't. I like any opportunity that people take a point in time to say, I'm going to try something different. So for me, this holiday season was a lot more difficult to deal with navigating grief than I thought. Granted, it's technically the third, but really only the second because my mom died October 29th. So Christmas in 2023, that was not even on my mind. So I didn't really process it until last year, and I went home with my family. This year, and literally until the very last second, I kind of had to decide what I was going to do about Christmas. But something hit me in November where I just was like, I'm not really feeling the holidays. I want everybody else to enjoy it. I don't want to be like a party like pooper in any way. But I think for me, I'm learning that you constantly know navigating grief is something different. But I think for me, 2026 is like, I need to get back to figuring out kind of who I am now and how do I get back to just living life in a more enjoyable way the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Like learning to live with the grief and finding more joy in it. So that's something I'm really trying to push myself to do. And I think I've made really good steps. Like one of my really good friends from college always told me, you're doing a lot better than you think. I try to always play that in the back of my mind. I think that is also true, but I think I could do even better next year. And so for me, it's kind of like get off the cranes in the sky portion of the grief and move on to something else. Oh. So that's where I'm at. And I'm actually looking forward to the challenge.
Yes. Well, I will say that just in the short time that we've been shooting, like I've seen you blossom and seen a growth. And I mean, I can't imagine, but I would imagine that you're never the same. And that's okay. But it really is just as long as you are getting up every day and not like beating the shit out of somebody because you're just beside yourself that much. As long as you are trying, like brushing your teeth counts as just trying. That's how, those would be my rules, you know? So I'm happy that I'm able to be some sort of comic relief and light in what is an otherwise awful situation.
No, this has been great. You have been great. And honestly, I've said it before. I really feel like I'm learning how to talk again. I was telling my sister recently, because she really listens to the show. And honestly, the feedback she's been given, much she enjoys us, it's like we need something to root for. So whenever we're doing something passionate about, my brother and I, sister, we encourage each other. My mom would really want that. But I really enjoy doing this with you. You do make me laugh a lot. Getting me to talk more, and because I am a talker, that's why we were supposed to be doing this. So it's nice that this has been pushing me in a lot of ways. Now we just need to actually get me to post on social media more, but baby steps, we getting there too. But yes,
one at a time. Okay,
one at a time. But I'm also doing more of that in January because I like the feedback that we're getting from the show. So I want more people to find the show. That includes me running my mouth.
Yes.
Now, you, if I'm not mistaken, you start off 2026 popping because Traitors airs literally, is it the first week of January, the first full week?
It's technically the beginning of week 2, January 8th.
Yes. That's what January 8th.
Yep. Is Traitors season 4 day. So if you don't have your Peacock subscriptions lined up, get your little $8 or whatever it is and get ready for that. It is going to be a really good season. I know I keep saying this, but truly, and today I had a conversation recently with one of my castmates, and it was just so funny to relive and kind of recalibrate where we were together, and just like the twilight zone of an experience that it was. And also just like reminded me of what I have always said about this cast, is that our cast is so awesome and so great. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. We're also going to be shooting the reunion at some point, and I'm excited to I want to see the show. Like, I'm excited to see the show. But then once the show airs and I see what people have said, it's kind of like Housewives in that you don't know what other people were saying about the show and about you until you watch it. So I want to see that. I want to see like all facets, every like pocket and silo, and then go to this reunion. And I declared that I would be cussing somebody out.
Yes, you.
I stand by that. But I'm also open to, if I see the season and I'm like, oh, you made sense, I'm willing to, go sit on the couch and not cuss them out. Don't think that's going to happen though, because I really do feel like this person is the epitome of raggedy and moldy and just trifling, and they're going to get what's coming to them, and I will be glad to deliver the message. So yes, tune in for all of that. I'm really excited. I mean, I'm excited to start the year that way. That it's a great way to I'm opening the year for a lot of you. And a lot of people have come up to me this year and just shown me so much love as it relates to my time on reality television. And you've said so many kind things about my time on Potomac and how much you miss me on Potomac and I need to come back to Potomac. So, and all I've had to say is, well, you'll see me in January. So I'm glad to finally be able to deliver that to people. And it's always humbling, and it always just feels really nice to meet you guys in the street and, on the internet and wherever, and have you all pour into me that way. So it feels great. I do not have any plans to return to Potomac at this time. I say that, as someone who believes firmly in never saying never. I'm not saying it will never happen, but what I'm saying is, as you all are badgering and beating down my door to come back like yesterday, I not having those conversations. I am having conversations about other things and other projects and other ideas and other endeavors that I'm really excited about. One of them being the Traitors. And there's a lot to look forward to. And I like this year for me was challenging. But also rewarding. I feel like I fully stepped into motherhood this year, and not just like the aesthetic of it, but like the job description of motherhood. And I didn't disappear. I didn't falter. I didn't fuck it up. Like, Jet is alive and he's not bruised up. And I feel like
Very adorable.
Thank you. We're gonna keep him. We think he's really cute. We're gonna keep him for a while. But yeah, I feel like in stepping into motherhood, I feel like I've gotten clearer and louder and more like myself. Last year was a blur. Like, the end of last year was like a whole ass blur. I don't remember half of it. But this year I felt like, okay, I know what I'm doing a little bit more. I'm super excited about what is to come. But I also wanted to I want to just pay homage to some of my personal career highlights, but also our highlights together. And then I want us to talk about the if you can call them highlights, the highlights of the world's pop culture and political wise. I don't know that I feel like and maybe this is me being a cynic, I don't know that there were a lot of great things that happened this year. I don't know, but personally, I feel like we career wise had a great year, and me personally had a great year. So Undomesticated launched.
Yes.
And hit Amazon Podcasts' new and trending list. That happened
yes,
this
thank
year.
you, Amazon. They had us right next to Joe Rogan.
Yes, my God, today, not Joe Rogan. But yes, that was huge. That's a huge moment for us, for our show. I'm over the moon, excited and hopeful for our show. And I feel like we are, planting our roots and still digging in, but we are on our way to the stars.
Yes.
To the moon.
I believe it.
That happened.
Really good.
Yes. We talked about this. I joined season 4 of Traitors and became who you will see. I become a faithful or a traitor. You will learn more about that. Child. It was crazy. I established an Amazon Live partnership, which I'm really excited about, and have had some really awesome opportunities with Amazon Live. My new single, How Do You Live, from my new R&B project, which will be coming out next year, dropped. And then I dropped my new Christmas single, Love You Like Christmas Time, which is out now on all streaming platforms. I'm really excited about music next year because I'm dropping my full project. And I have my next single. Yeah, it's coming out spring, summer, but actually spring, summer. And hey, Sheree. And top of the year, kind of aligned with Traitors, I'm dropping my second single.
Yes, we are working.
It's such a good single. And there'll be a visual with that as well. So that's exciting. Yeah, I feel like those are my highlights. And I kept Jet alive. So that's a highlight as well.
Well, amen to that.
Yes.
Professionally, I'm not dead. We're going to give it to that. You know what? Actually, another sighting, another thing to put in perspective. Y'all would think I live in Gotham City or something, but usually I describe LA as whenever I go downtown, I feel like I might have to fight the Riddler. That's a quality that's in different parts of LA for different reasons. So my area is actually particularly quiet, but then the last year it's been popping, a little bit more reflective of the economy. I say all to say, I step outside of my building. a week ago just to go on my run, walk, whatever. And the first thing I see is and it's like 7 a.m. It's a black dude with his pants down, stepping into a box. I don't know if he was living in the box or he was gonna take a shit in it. But it made me think, you know what? I'm not that man in that box. And I
You're
literally
not.
like I have a and I'm not it's not I'm really not mocking. It's just like because I hate the way sometimes people dehumanize the homeless here.
Yeah.
Having said that, there are a lot of people who are clearly struggling with a lot of mental illness and a lot of people, and frankly, when I see a lot of people walking around, they have cell phones, they have TVs, it's a lot going on. Like a lot of people who work or have stuff. I say anyway, but this year was really difficult. For me, I got really close to another dream. I had a show. I Can't Date Jesus is like that. That's my baby. It was a
Yes.
situation before that didn't work out. Really because of the plague. Then my second book was at a network I wanted it to be at, HBO Max, and that was more a new party took over, and we weren't wanted as much. I'll just put it at that. And then Jesus got another setting at my dream network at FX, and that didn't go the way that I wanted. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I normally wouldn't talk about this kind of stuff out loud, but I think it's important for people to also just kind of be honest about this because usually with TV development, you never could talk about it. So it's essentially been, and that's why I stuck on it. It's like it's been 7 years of almost 8 years of very hard work, a lot of meetings, a lot of patience, a lot of hearing the craziest shit said to you, even if they mean well. A lot of people are goofy and racist, homophobic, classist, elitist, and don't really trust the audience. And that's not any particular exec because some of y'all were better than others, but y'all get it. I hope. It was really hard to get so close to something. And it's sort of like the book thing. Like when I got rejected a lot for the book sales, it was essentially being told, it's not that we don't think you're talented, we don't think whatever. We really lack faith more in like who you are, not what you're putting out. If you catch what I'm putting down, very much about like I put like this. A friend of mine recently did a show on a major streamer, was told they didn't want to make a character on the show gay because then it becomes a gay show. That wasn't a black exec who said that, but that they were in control and they apparently gay. But those are the attitudes you're dealing with. And so for me, I had a really
Interesting.
I was working on something related to the death of my mom. And it was not something that I wanted to initially do, but I actually think in hindsight it was the best advice narratively. Maybe timing wise, it was a little too soon for me, but it was a challenge. And you know, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but like beautiful writing, scaring the hoes is kind of the response I got. That's paraphrasing, but not that far away. So it was ultimately
That's interesting to me. I feel like
yes. You think people would want to talk about grief?
yes. And
Um,
I mean, we've seen shows like built around conversations about grief.
yes.
So
I'm reminded that somebody, I'm paraphrasing how a friend of mine put it. It's easy to in literature, Black people can kind of lean into pathology. Sometimes in TV in particular, it's more like upbeat stuff as of late anyway. But honestly, it's a lot of chaos in the industry. It's sort of like when I graduated and the economy and journalism as I knew it was on fire. Now television is on fire, everything is on fire. It didn't work out the way I wanted, but then I had perspective. Most people don't even get second chances. I got a second chance at a major network. I actually didn't get bad feedback about my actual work, just more about a climate that's above me, and Jim Crow is back.
yeah.
And more than anything, it was such a tender, very still tender subject, but I pushed myself and I think I created something beautiful out of it. And I've learned a lot in the process. And while it didn't necessarily work there, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to work at all because I like to remind myself, I have to remind myself I'm like the little nigga that could. I always find a way. For 2026, and in the most 2025 way, I put it like this. After all that disappointment, I had a recent meeting with another exec somewhere else who wants to work with me, and in a very, very 20 sign of the times way was like, listen, if I nothing is going to happen until January. But if I got to make sure I'm still employed in January. But if I'm still employed in January, I got you. But that's the way a lot of people are now. Like these are high up execs being like, they're getting rid of us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Having said that, it was a challenge. It's been hard, but it's pushed me to be more creative because I actually really questioned my voice and my gift and my talent and my skill set. I thought people didn't really care what I had to say. I've been
Rebuke
so quiet.
that.
I thought people, and then the TV thing, it kind of actually got in my psyche and really impacted me because, grief and depression, all that thing, babbling now. But just essentially, it was a challenge. It didn't go the way I wanted, but I'm entering this new year feeling a lot more encouraged about what I want to do. I have some other things that I'm working on. I have other opportunities that people are reaching out. Even in the midst of chaos, there's always opportunity. I think it's just a really difficult time to be a creative in general, but it's especially difficult time to be a Black artist.
Yeah.
Queer, multiple things. It's hard, but I have to remember so many people had it harder before me, and my job is to make it easier for those that come after. So yeah, but this has actually been not a saving grace, because being able to talk, being able to communicate, working out a different muscle. Yeah, and I actually think it's making me a better writer again, because I really have been muted. And so, I just want to put that out there, because I just think, a lot of people are like, what's been going on with you? It's like, I've never not working or not trying to hustle or like doing something. It's just a lot of that work I haven't been able to talk about. And frankly, it was driving me crazy because it was making me feel away. And I couldn't call the person who I normally would turn to, who would remind me that it's always going to be all right. But she gave me what I needed. And that's a lesson that I've really finally kind of stuck with. And I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life, because I really have no choice.
Ooh, child. Don't send me to fold up a triangle.
Oh, you're going to have to teach me as to do that in 2026, the triangle.
We will have a lesson. We'll have a lesson on an episode, because
I appreciate that.
by
I hope
now everybody should know how to
sense.
do it.
Yeah.
I've been doing it so much, but gladly I will teach you, because we have to preserve our faces. Yes. Have you ever worked with or thought about working with Issa?
Yes, I have. It didn't work out the first time, and I was already kind of committed by then. That's a long kind of, but Issa's been great. She actually said something to me last year, really, really kind about my writing and like generationally how she sees me. She's been always really encouraging about my work. So is Lena Waithe. So thank you. Like they're yes, I think there's still opportunity, but I to be honest, like Issa even herself mentioned in a recent interview just how it's really difficult out in
imposter
LA.
syndrome is a hoe.
It's rough out here. And honestly, some of the stuff, even the feedback I got, again, no grudge to any of my execs. I truly get it for the most part. It's just rough out here because things are contracting, and they really get rid of us first. But again, I do think the opportunity. But I love Issa Rae, and she's always been really encouraging my writing. So I would hopefully never say never. So I like to think things boomerang back.
That is that's a marriage that I see, that I feel like should happen and needs to happen. Like, it just makes sense in my mind. So this is me manifesting.
Yeah, she legit tried to help me with
Michael.
I Can't Date Jesus.
Yes, I feel like she would identify so much with that writing and with just the way that you described life in that book.
And I have to, and he normally I wouldn't cite him, but I remember I don't think Tyler Perry really popped off until like his early 40s in terms of a lot of stuff. So it's what it is. I might have to. If not, I told y'all I'm gonna write hood lit novels. I'm so serious. I'm gonna write hood lit novels. I'm gonna holler at Tubi. I might go to Detroit. I'll figure this out.
I'll write a
Slim Thug biopic.
See if Lemuel would do a scripted arm of his network, and you could have the first
No. And people turn their nose up at Tubi, but Tubi, holla at me. I have ideas.
Tubi has the things,
and
yes.
they have a nice film catalog. It's not just hood movies.
No.
And that's free. They didn't even pay for that, but yes.
Yes. Shout out to Tubi. My former co-star Erica Mena is like, she over there running stuff. Like she literally has like
forgot you
10
did
movie
something with Erica
deals.
Mena.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yes. Erica is actually a really chill person.
Okay.
Now. When I saw, of course I knew who she was before. And that was when I was still watching Love and Hip Hop when she was on it. We all know Erica with the vein popping out of her head and she was going off on people. But I often understood her choice to go there. Like I didn't feel like she was out of pocket. Most of the time I feel like she was justified because these niggas was trying her. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, she's doing too much. No, like she was doing what was required for the moment. And like she's a girl's girl. She's very chill. She likes to have fun. The show is over, so I can say this. She always had the drinks on set. Okay. And, we're not supposed to be drinking on set, but like, she would be like, she'd pull like a big bottle of whatever out of her big old bag and be like, yes, let's turn up. And I'd be like, girl, here's my cup. Fill it up. Okay. Let's throw these shots back.
Okay, I like that. That's a nice
She was
Erica
a
Mena
good
story.
time. Yeah, she's really sweet. And, I was obviously offended by what she said.
Yeah.
To Spice, right?
It was to Spice. Yes. I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. Well, because I only referenced that because that was the demise of our show. I was on people don't know, I was on a scripted show on the All Black Network, which is a subsidiary of AMC, called Hush. We did 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
Right? 2 or 3 seasons. Maybe it was 2. I don't remember. We did at least 2 seasons, maybe 3. And after she and Spice got into their racial situation, the network was like, Erica gotta go. We can't have this no more.
Al Sharpton. They said we don't want Al Sharpton over here causing problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it was unfortunate because I feel like this part of the reason why the show wasn't able to sort of pick back up was because of that. That's just my thought. I don't know if that's the truth, but that is what I think happened. So yeah, we had a good time on the set, and she never called me no monkey. So I can't speak for her anywhere, but Lord, she called the girl a monkey and was like making monkey sounds, and it was really. And it's not to say that like, because when you work with someone and then you hear that like, oh, you're using these slurs, do you think that about me? Like that's how I thought. But I chose not to like harp on it and give it that much thought because it really, I feel like she's had to suffer and pay a little bit of a debt, like losing jobs, losing work. But the people over there at Tubi was like, here, take these 10 movies and
she is over there. Well, I hope she either learned or on Christmas Eve was visited by the 3 Negro ghosts of Holiday Past and educated her.
Christmas Past.
Yes.
Oh, Erica. Jesus. But yeah, we really digressed there for a moment.
No, I enjoyed that. Like I like that she brought Luca to the set. Well, yes, no, I liked it. That's good for she tried.
She was a fun time. She was a good time. She was a fun girl. Like, niggas and monkeys aside, like she was fine. Ooh, happy New Year.
Okay. I don't even know how to transition. We don't know what's going to happen in 2026, but I just wanted to throw random questions about predictions and see what you think. Okay.
Okay. Love it.
So, do we think Wendy Williams will get a Britney Spears like freedom from her conservatorship next year?
You know, I don't know. I do feel like Britney is closer to the brink of real freedom than Wendy at this point, because we've seen Britney randomly hanging out with the Kardashians. And I read somewhere that is like an intentional, like, first chess move for, I mean, I guess she's like the white Olivia Pope. Kris Jenner is out here trying to fix her life, or like the white Iyanla. Like, Kris Jenner fixed my life. I've heard that Kris is like bringing Britney into the fold of things to try and revive her career and like wave the wand and give her like the Kardashian Jenner treatment. This is what I read this. I read this recently somewhere. So my boo
I love the legendary Miss Britney Spears. So
yes. But to answer your question, do I think that Wendy will finally get free? I hope so. My hope is yes, because I love Wendy. I think that I would love nothing more. She is a pop culture legend status, and I hate to have borne witness to her demise like this. I hate it, but I don't know, because who is in her corner to make it happen? Because it seems like everybody around her is kind of just sticking their hand out.
I don't know. I think they changed the hearing date, but from my understanding, she was recently, they said that she didn't have the, I always call it the Bruce Willis, but the frontal, that version of dementia, she doesn't have that. Her lawyers are going, now that judge has been particularly antagonistic towards Wendy and her team. But I think if you have irrefutable medical evidence, plus she has new representation, including Joe Tapacone, I forgot how you say his name, but he worked with President Trump, which is that one.
Yeah.
He is apparently going to represent her, or he will. So I am a little bit hopeful we can probably at least get her out of the conservatorship. I hope for her sake she gets to be with her family in Florida, particularly that lovely niece.
Yes. Shout out to her niece.
And if she can do a podcast or something, I will take it. I don't know.
I will take whatever she does. Right.
But I just want her out of that very expensive cage they have her in, because I don't want to just see her on the window like in TMZ, like, down. I can't do that.
It's
so
crazy.
We want Wendy free. And the Britney Spears thing is interesting. I just want her dosage to be where it needs to be.
Increased, decreased.
I would love the Kardashian makeover around the eyes, particularly.
Hair. Hair. We got to get some better K-tips or tape-ins.
You are white and rich. Your tracks should
There's
look like that.
There's no excuse. We shouldn't see your tracks.
Exactly. And if she's gonna spin around in her house, that's her business. But I don't want the dog shit in the background. I'm praying for Britney Spears. Okay.
Prayers up.
So we lifting Wendy up. Okay. Now this will be quick. Do you think another Real Housewife of Potomac, past the present, will catch a case?
Oh God. I mean, the way that it's looking, I would venture to say yes. Like Potomac or any housewife.
Or any housewife is probably a given, but hopefully not Potomac. I don't want another crab cake locked up.
I don't want any more Black women to go to jail. Like,
we don't.
Well.
Oh, wait.
I would make an exception.
You have an asterisk.
Yes.
Okay.
And with an asterisk, yes. No Black women on Potomac can go to jail, with an asterisk, and you can do that math on your own time.
All right. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, are you going to watch? Are you curious at all? Is it TBD? You going to give the clips? Maybe.
I'm going to give it clips. I'll give it clips. And then also, I can't escape it, because between my mama, my manager, a couple of my fans that I literally talk to a few of my fans every day, and they'd be like, oh, hey, look what happened to so-and-so. I'm going to get the Cliff Notes. Now, did you see recently that my former boss, Miss Francis, who's like the head bitch in charge
about
over,
NeNe,
said that basically the door is back open, child, for NeNe to return. She was asked point blank, and she answered in her, because she's British or she's English, she's got a British accent, and she answered and said that there is hope. If NeNe were to make even an appearance, I would be tuned. I'd be locked in for that. Like that would get me to sit down and actually go back into the fold. Now, and I'll be honest and say that I don't have the greatest taste in my mouth with not Bravo, but our production company. And our production company produces Potomac and Atlanta, as well as others, other shows. And so I'm not in a rush to be watching their stuff, because
this is work for you.
It
this
is
like going back
and
to your job.
Yes, you all forget. And I said this on an Amazon Live recently, and I will address this again here, because people were saying from listening to our podcast that I'm acting like I don't watch Potomac. And girl, you be watching the show. Girl, you need to suck my big toe. That's what you need to do. Because I'm going to just ask you this question. When you leave a job, when you leave a position, are you still checking the emails at that job? Are you still in the group chat with your old coworkers? I mean, maybe if y'all were cool, but for the most part, no. You move on and you go to your new job and you ingratiate yourself to those people and those things, and you move forward. So why, pray tell, on Beyonce's Green Earth and Gods, would I sit and watch work? That it's not to, and the luster, the allure is gone for me. And I would venture to say that, for even when I was on the show, I stopped enjoying watching it, because it was like, oh God, I have to sit and watch this so I know what this bitch said about me and I can get ready to cuss her the fuck out at the, like, it wasn't fun anymore. It was not fun to watch. It became toxic and work-like, and I didn't enjoy it.
Are there any of them I don't want to watch.
Any Housewives?
Like any of them? Have you seen like a clip or like a Salt Lake maybe? Or if that
no,
you
it all feels
like work.
It all feels like you watch it and you know
how
what really happened. Like,
she
didn't really, that wasn't really like that. That didn't happen like that. I'm very jaded.
That makes sense. It was your job.
And I'm okay with that. I'm not upset about it. I just don't need it in my life. Now, do I get the highlights? Of course, because I am a human being, a millennial human being who is on social media. And I have a podcast where I keep up with pop culture. So when pop culture moments pop up, i.e., my castmate getting arrested, or my castmate getting out of jail, or my castmate doing whatever, like, yes, I'm going to have an opinion on those top line highlights. But am I sitting down on Sundays at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever time it comes on? No, I'm not. And the fact that you think that I am just speaks to how much of a fan you are, that you couldn't fathom the idea that I would leave a show and leave the show where I left it. But that is actually what's happening.
No, I've actually told her, I'm like, no, it's her. No, that was work. She don't watch. I was like, no, I have to tell her. I'll say this about Atlanta. They teased a lot at BravoCon. Portia mentioned that it will give Salt Lake City a run for its money. Andy spoke it up. I'll just say I actually would not be surprised if it's a really strong season. I think Portia will do better than that first comeback season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lift Shamia in prayer because I enjoy her, but there's been a shift.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm really curious to see is actually K. Michelle in that forum. Like, I'm really curious to see, because I didn't. some people feel a way about somebody from Love and Hip Hop joining. I don't care. If it's Atlanta,
Well,
it's really
there was
all
a
the same.
time when
Or you
that was
wouldn't.
frowned upon, where there was a time when Bravo was like, we don't want any
Any
women coming into the fold who were on any other
they didn't even
unscripted
mention it
show.
on like Watch What Happens Live, or like it'd be a sneer. That said, I actually think K Michelle's probably gonna turn it.
I don't know. I really can't say. I don't know. I liked her on Love and Hip Hop. That was again back when I was watching Love and Hip Hop. I think she's an incredibly talented vote. I'm more interested in her music. I'm excited for her country album.
Yes.
I'm excited to hear like how her voice has evolved and changed, because I haven't heard like new music from her in a while. I'm more excited about that. And then, isn't she married?
I don't know if she's married, but I am a big fan of her
She's
music.
a partner, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I want to say she's married. And I want to see, like, I'd love to see her with her partner and like just see her like living her life. And she's had a lot of work done and then had a lot of work corrected. I'd love to hear like her thoughts on how she came to those decisions. So I would watch for her. So I will watch the clips for Kimberly.
I'm very curious because I like her music. I'm a big fan. The country I like too. Her second R&B album is fantastic. I don't think she got her just due with that, but yeah, I'm curious. Okay, so really, these are quicker. Do we think Diddy is getting a pardon next year?
Do I think? No, I don't. I actually
don't
don't.
either, actually.
No, he
gets out
black
next year, but I don't think he'll get a pardon.
He's not getting out. They don't let us out of nowhere. No. And then I feel like if he were going to get out, it would have happened. Like there were those whispers about Trump letting him out, and then Trump backed away from it. So I don't see Trump going back to that. So no.
Will Ghislaine Maxwell get a pardon or commutation?
Well, she's a white woman, so probably, potentially. I will give it maybe. I'll give it a maybe.
Do you watch Vanderpump Rules? Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I've seen it. I used to watch all the old ones. Yes.
Do you think we'll get more of those, or for realities? I don't know how I feel about
like a second generation.
Yeah, I'm willing to give the VPR a shot. I'm not rushing to watch it, clearly. But I don't mind white mess, but I prefer my white mess organic. So if you've never seen The Valley, that's a mess that I want to watch, because ultimately they've been there since Vanderpump, so they're friends, and I want to watch them.
Right.
I'm not really sure how I feel about a reboot of a reality show where I feel like it might be more influences and cast members, but I feel like we're going to get more of that. Do you think we are?
Yeah, I've said that about reality TV. Well, Housewives reality TV for years. I feel like this new generation of Housewives, and I can apply that to this new Vanderpump Rules, is like it's not set up to win if organic, natural relationships is the goal. Because these new kids are coming into Vanderpump Rules with a huge shoe to fill. Like Vanderpump Rules like went out in a blaze of glory, and then like some of the embers landed in the valley and created a whole new generation, if you will, of television. So they're all coming in having watched, what was it, 10 years of that? That show was on for a long time.
Yeah.
Almost a decade, if not more, of a show that has spawned spinoffs and all kinds of crazy new babies. I just don't see, they're doomed to repeat and emulate and copy. I think. And I don't know. I don't think it'll be interesting for us. And maybe it's not for us. Perhaps this is for Gen Z.
Yes.
Or,
it might be,
it's not for us.
Youth them.
And so it's not really my business. I think our consolation in the Vanderpump rebooting is the Valley. because those are the people that we grew up watching, if you will. This new generation is like next gen, which I also have not seen, but I've followed, and I love
that
Candy
is
and I love
great.
Riley. Is it good?
I like Next Gen. Now,
Okay, I might have to watch.
look, I think you'll like the first episode. The first I really like. Maybe the second, third, a slow burn. I really enjoyed that show. Once I got into it, I'm like, oh, I'm into this. My main complaint though, I'm like, okay, Riley, you can't be the only black girl here. I mean, Dame Dash's daughter Ava was there in and out. Not to quantify her blackness, but she wasn't gonna rally. So that kind of. But overall, I enjoyed the show. It actually. Riley was great on it. It's like, and I mean it's a compliment. It's like young Mama Joyce, lighten them up.
Yes, she was getting somebody together, and I say, "Go, girl!" I root for Riley. We love the Burresses. Shout out to the Burresses in this new season of life that they are in.
Yes, because that's right. Because Candy did that Friday night news dump. I was like, oh, she mad at him.
Have it.
What'd he do? Let me mind my business. Mind your business. Do you eat black eyed peas and greens on the first day of the new year?
Well, we do it New Year's Eve. Yes.
Okay. That's same. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. We do it New Year's Eve. I get me a smoked turkey neck bone, and put it in a pot. And I like jalapenos. I like a jalapeno in mine. So I cut that up. We put some onions in there and seasonings and butter and all the things and let it go. And Chris, my husband is my husband is a piece of lint like under the couch. He just wants to be in the house. So the compromise became, because if it were up to me, I would be like out fist bumping and like drunk and needing to be carried back into the house at 5 a.m. on January 1st. I love New Year's Eve. I love to party New Year's Eve. I love the idea of bringing in the new year, with friends and family and kissing the person you love at midnight. I love all of that nonsense. I love it. My husband doesn't. So the compromise is we spend 1 year in the house and then the next year we go out. So this year I want to say is a go out year, because last year was a stay in year. We would have had to stay in anyway because I was sick and my ovary was falling out. So this year is a go out year. So usually when we go out, my mom is here and she makes the black eyed peas early in the day so that I can eat them before we go out. And that's like what coats my stomach so that I can like drink everything and not die. So yes. Do you do the black eyed peas?
I do. Yeah, I do it on the New Year's Day. Usually, my mom would always remind me to do it. And I try to make a habit of always doing it. Usually sometimes I'll cook it myself, but sometimes like I'm just gonna pick it up and do it.
Yeah.
But I'll do that.
So since we're doing like the old wives' tales, sort of old, these are very Southern traditions, by the way.
Yes.
Black eyed peas is something we do in the South. Did you ever do with your mom, your family, the not washing clothes?
Oh, I didn't hear that until later. And then I just went with it. But I don't think I heard that until later. And I was like, well, let me not play with it because I just, you never know. Do you do that?
I live by it. Like so the rule is you cannot wash clothes from New Year's Eve until you can't wash clothes on New Year's Eve. So like if you have something to wash, you need to wash it like the week before or days before. But starting on New Year's Eve, you cannot wash clothing because the old wives' tale is you will wash someone out of your family. So if I have laundry to do and I haven't done it, I'm waiting until New Year's Day, January 1st. Really, I wait until like January 3rd just to like cover my bases.
All right, cushion.
Listen, give myself a little cushion. But yeah, so I abide by that rule. Yeah, those are the two big ones that we do the black eyed peas and the laundry.
I'll do, and also my dad would always make chitlins, but I don't eat chitlins. I just like, you got it.
You've never had chitlins?
No, he would always give me to eat it. He'd be like, "Oh, it make you nuts," like some country. And I was like, "I'm not eating it." Exactly. My dad is a character. Believe me. My dad is a character. Believe me.
Is he from Texas or where is he from?
Yeah, he's from East Texas, but literally like
Okay.
the first stop out of Louisiana. My mom's from
Okay.
Louisiana, so yeah.
Right. That is
He loves some
hilarious.
chitlins, the red bucket,
Yes.
cleaning them, make the house
Yep.
stink.
Ooh, they
And he'd be like,
stink. Ooh, they
you need
stink
to
so
try them.
bad.
And no, I never tried them.
Michael, just pour like a little hot sauce and just
I can't.
try
I'm
one.
not
It's
gonna
like an
tell him
oyster.
you
You don't
said
even
this.
chew it. You just swallow it. You don't even chew it, really.
He
You
would
just
love you right now for this.
Yes. And if it's like, I don't ever eat everybody's. Like, I don't eat, I only eat them at the holidays, and I only eat my grandmother's or my great aunt's, my grandmother's sister. It has to be
He's the
somebody in
type
the
where you
Essex
would.
family.
Yes, he's the type you eat his gumbo and his like the way he barbecue, and the people would come for his chitlins. I'm like, y'all take them because I'm not gonna eat them. But
yes, some chitlins, some lima beans, and cornbread. That's how my grandmother
real Southern.
used to. Yep, that's how my grandmother used to make them.
Oh,
shout out to Medea.
What is one prediction that you have for yourself next year?
One prediction. I don't know. I don't want to, I'm like nervous to say. I'm going to cash in on all of the investments I've made in myself this year. I've planted a lot of seeds this year in my career, in music, in everything, in all areas of my career that you know of and some that you don't know of. I have planted seeds, and I am watering a lot of seeds. And I believe that I'm going to cash in on them. Like, I have been in a space of like sitting and waiting, and a space of waiting on the Lord. Who sings the wait on the Lord and he will come through? I've been there for a while, for a minute. And I've been looking up at the heavens and saying, Lord, have you left me for dead, or what is going on? I know he has not, but I just feel that in this next season, it will be time to cash in on some things. And I'm excited about it.
Amen. Cash out. I love that.
Yes. What about you?
I think I'm going to find my way back like Beyoncé.
Yes.
By the end of the year. Yeah, I think I'm gonna I know because my sister's gonna hear this. I speak for my sister and my brother. I think we're gonna find also new ways to celebrate and enjoy the holidays and carrying our mom's spirit with us. Yes. I think a lot of that. I think next year will be a rebuilding year all around for me, creatively and personally and spiritually. I think I think also I'm going to cash stuff out because I forget a lot of people are paying attention to me. They just need me to open my mouth, and I need to go back to speaking what I want. Like the same friend that said I'm doing better than how I think is like, ever since I've known you, you've never not accomplished anything you said you've always wanted to do. So you just need to keep that in mind. So telling myself that, because also people hear me, they'll remind me by listening to it. But yeah, I think I'm going to find my way back. Just want to find ways to honor my mom and honor myself and find more reasons to smile.
Yes.
And more people are going to find this show. I do believe that.
Yep. No, that's
you're going to have a big, because Traitors is a huge thing.
Joe, I just want to be successful. That's it. I just want to be successful.
Okay. You got it.
That's all I need in my life.
Are we doing the final Nobody Asked Me for the year, or are we asked out?
Do I have a good one?
So it is Nobody Asked Me, but for the last episode of 2025, ladies first.
Yes. Nobody asked me, but for this last episode, I I want us to leave divorce and negativity in 2025. There have been, and I pay attention to this more so now because I'm married, but a lot of people around me have been separating. And then even like in like the celebrity spaces, there've been a lot of divorces. And it just makes you feel like, oh my God, the devil is attacking marriages. Let me go, have sex with my husband or something. I don't know. Like I need to like make sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to like play with stick. Like what do I do? Like I don't know what to do. But like I want us to leave that in 2025. And like for all of my married friends, like I pray God's blessings over your union as I do over mine. And like I want us to all be intentional about our unions. And then also I'll add this too. Nobody asked me, but I'm wishing you all a beautiful 2026. 2025 has been ghetto. Like Beyoncé gave us Act 2. That was great. She's revving up to give us Act 3 in 2026. I'm really excited about that. It's definitely rock, and I'm really, 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 really excited about it because in my head, I am a rock star. Like if you've been to my shows, I headbang at my show. Like I get down and I was like swinging and fake because I'm a rock star. Like I'm Axl Rose or some shit. So I'm excited about that. But I'm wishing you guys an amazing, blessed year. Like you, your kids, your families. And we got to start putting down the cookies. I've been encouraging us to eat them. Just start winding down with the pie and cakes and cookies. And let's find our trainers or gym memberships or our Instagram steps or whatever we're going to do. Because we got to, tighten up.
Or Candiace, because I missed my trainer when I told him I wanted my chest to look like the male equivalent of Kelly Rowland's breast implants.
So good.
And so I got back to that. And I echo that. I wish everybody a happy 2025. Don't get divorced. Stay together. Stay listening to us. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Make your New Year's resolution to like, subscribe, and review the show. That would do wonders for us and for you. Please. Do a good deed. Start off the year right.
Do a good deed.
Lastly, nobody asked me, is Beyoncé related? I know we get in Act 3. I can't wait for Act 3. Y'all, in the comments. Now, every time Beyoncé step outside, it is not a sign about Act 3. Y'all gotta leave her alone. I mean, she don't care because she just rich. But like, oh, look at Beyoncé with her titties out at the F1. She look good. Look at them thighs, the eyes, everybody doing this. And then like, what does it mean about Act 3? I'm like, it means she a bad bitch on her day off and she's stunting.
But people say, I've seen this everywhere, Beyoncé is intentional. She doesn't come outside unless she is getting ready for something. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, I mean, but also like, I think Beyoncé just be outside.
Do she though? We don't see her. We do not see Beyoncé.
She be outside for her rich self. We're not always gonna see her, but I'm like, she's just been outside. I'm looking forward to Act 3. Whenever it comes, it comes. I can't wait because I too, I want to just hear her. Whatever she does is gonna be great. I just don't watch every post and think it's a clue like Scooby-Doo. That's my only thing because I think it adds extra stress. I just want us to enjoy the music. Whenever she drop it, she drop it. I love Beyoncé like all of y'all. I know that music coming. I can't wait for it too. But please stop searching everything she does in every post like Scooby-Doo looking for a clue. She gonna give us the music when she got it and it'll be great. And she gonna text us again about what she got on sale. So with that, Happy New Year to Beyoncé. Happy New Year to you, Candiace. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year to everyone listening. We love you guys. Thanks for rocking with us in this last quarter of the year. Starting something new is scary, but we did it. Can I still say we did it, Joe? Is that appropriate?
That's fine, because they did it that year. So yes.
Okay, yes. We did it, Joe, for that. Okay, well, for the last time in 2025, you guys, may your life be soft in 2026. May your boundaries be strong in 2026. And may your group chat stay private. And may your champagne, if you drink it, stay flowing. That's my new tag for 2026. Yes. See you guys next year.
Yes.
On Undomesticated.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Happy New Year. Undomesticated is presented by Odyssey and Agenda Management and Production. Our executive producers are Brandon Sharp from Agenda Management and Production and Corinne Gilliard-Fisher. Our executive producer from Odyssey is Leah Reese-Dennis. Miguel Contreras is our senior producer. Michael Arsenault and Candiace Dillard Bassett are our producers. Sound design, video production, and engineering by Miguel Contreras. Booking by Jillian McEwen. Original music by Candiace Dillard Bassett, Nairi Davidson, and Donald Hazel Sales. Special thanks to Nairi Davidson, Maura Curran, Josefina Francis, Hillary Schuff, Eric Donnelly, Kate Hutchinson Rose, Lauren Lombardi, David Gannon, Kurt Courtney, and Lauren Vieira.
It's a lot of names.